Hi and welcome to Wrong Way, and today we are going to unbox the VSETT 9 Plus scooter. So let me tell you more about it. Wrong Way. And big thanks to VSETT Poland for providing me this scooter for unboxing purposes, because I still can't ride the scooter. The same thing as with the VSETT 10 Plus, which I guess with the current weather is understandable. But later on they will give me the VSETT lineup for testing purposes. Today we're just going to do an unboxing. But happily they did provide me with coupons for the new VSETT lineup. So if you want to buy a scooter like that until the 15th of March, there are pre-orders for these scooters and you will receive a 10% discount when you order before this date with the Wrong Way code. I do also receive a kickback from that, so just letting you guys know. Probably the scooter will come in a different box than that, because as you can see it's the T10 DDM box, but nevertheless let's see what's inside. VSETT 9 Plus is basically like a successor to the TechLife X6 or 09, so basically like a smaller commuter scooter which still has pretty good performance and is pretty light. But the price also went up quite a bit. It's at around 1,500 euro now with tax before the coupon code. So it got a bit more expensive, but I think also the quality and the specs got better as well. So we'll see how it looks like. So okay, right away, VSETT pouch, same as in the scooter before, with a Allen key, the multi-tool you shouldn't use, and this is a extension you can use for pumping up the tire, which is pretty cool. Right away also a charging cable and a charging brick. Charging time of the scooter, let's see, 1.5 amps. Hey, 21 divided by 1.5. Okay, 14 hours of charging time. Probably there's like dual charge boards, but let's see. Now there's a lot of foam, and right away it's the scooter. Ah, this clamp. Yeah, this clamp, we've seen it already on the 10 Plus. This is really cool, but the color is really interesting. It's like not the yellow sort of construction color we had on the 10 Plus. It's like turquoise, I know, green, blue-ish. Really interesting color choice there, VSETT. Okay, let's get the foamy bits out. Lots of foamy bits. So let's maybe put up the handlebar first. Ah, so satisfying. Snaps in place. More foamy bits. And we see that the handlebar also folds like on the VSETT 10 Plus. And we see the nice quality, like CNC machined button housings again. And, oh no, mechanical brakes. So no hydraulic brakes in this one. It also, like quality-wise, looks pretty good for now. VSETT 9 Plus. Yeah. Or as Flossie Carter says it, rah, rah. Cool. Handlebars look to be pretty sturdy and easy to fold. Okay, let's take a look at the handlebar. All right, so let's try to power it on, and it has the same cool RFID keys as the VSETT 10 Plus. So you just turn it on, and then it says like card, and voila, here we have the voltage readout, 48 volts. So nominal voltage, peak voltage is like 54.6. This is a 48 volt scooter after all, 21 amp hours. And here we can see the usual like settings of the QSS4 display, like in a different housing now, with a different throttle. I don't want to touch it now, as it's probably will react right now on the throttle. Lighting is holding this button longer. We'll check out the lighting soon. And you can see that the buttons here on the side are actually illuminated. So there's a horn button, which sounds like a truck backing up, and there's also dual and single motor button. But it's really cool that these buttons are illuminated. And as I can see here, yeah, mechanical brakes. And here you can also see on the display when you're braking. So, you know, if you can't ride and there is this button on, then it's probably something wrong with the brake sensors. There's also these buttons, which are turn signals, which we'll check out in a second. But yeah, this color just Interesting to say the least. Let's get the scooter out of the box. Oh, not that heavy. And here it is in all of its glory. All right, so here it is. Stem feels very unwobbleable. Why does it feel like that? Well, take a look at the folding mechanism. It's the same as on the VSETT 10 Plus, but just to show you guys how like complex this is and why I think it's like very promising to have such a folding mechanism. So first you take this screw out, then you unlock this, and then you still can't fold it, because you have to take this part up, and then you can fold the scooter if this clamp also doesn't like fold up. So once you do that, you can fold the scooter, and it locks in place on this small part here in the rear, and then you can lift it. And it's actually not that heavy. It's 25 kilograms, so it's heavier than the 09 or TechLive X6, but it's much lighter than, for example, 08X. That was like pretty much the weight of the T10 DDM. So this scooter also has a 48 volt 21 amp hour battery, which puts it above the 09 and the Speedway Mini 4 Pro or the Speedway Leger. So a bigger battery, but still not as big as the small versions of the TechLive X7. I think this should get you like 40-50 kilometers in a pretty usual riding style. Probably when you go faster, then much less. But yeah, that's what it is. It has dual charge ports, which is pretty cool. Still charging time won't be extremely fast, but 7 hours should be possible with 2 chargers. It has dual motors, obviously, which is really good to see. So acceleration would be like much better than on all of these like smaller single motor scooters. So these are two 650 watt nominal power motors. 900 watts is the peak power per motor, so 1800 watts total peak power, which is pretty cool. We'll have to see about the acceleration test, but this looks like rather good. And it also has these new 8x3-inch tires, and they look so interesting. Like the thread is like way different. I think I didn't see this thread yet on other scooters, but these are tube tires, really wide, and most importantly pneumatic, so the comfort will be really cool. Naturally, it also has suspension. Let's check this out, which feels, well, of course, less than on the 10 Plus, but I don't know. We'll have to see about that. Definitely feels more comfortable than the TechLive X6/09. Also has pretty cool looking mud guards, front and back. And the back one looks to be just a tiny bit too short. Scooters, what can I tell you? Like, we need good mud guards in scooters. I think this is not yet the case, but we're getting there. So it has mechanical brakes, 140 millimeter, just VSETT branding. So I guess these will be fine for these speeds, but I would like to see hydraulic or at least semi-hydraulic like Zoom brakes. Not the case here. And the cables are routed like that. This is like fine, I guess. It also has probably the steering locking. Can't turn around, which is good. But what I don't like that much is that the cables are just outside here on the swing arms. So this doesn't look that good. And obviously, like in a crash, I think this is like a bit too exposed. I would like it to have it on the inside. Like these cable, like this doesn't really look pretty good. It should be on the inside, but that's what it is. And there's also a footrest here in the back. Pretty cool. It gives you like way more stability, comfort on a scooter, and also like the mudguards are also pretty nicely located in place. So it also has lights, and it also has turn signals, which you can't turn on. I mean, you can't turn off with like a switch or holding. They will just flash permanently for a while. So let's see how long they flash. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 20. Okay, 25 flashes. Like, that's too much. It should be like 3 tops. So the lights, you have these small front lights per side, which is pretty usual on these scooters, but you also have like now a light on the mudguard. It doesn't look to be strong at all. Like, let's compare it. All right, so this is the light of the VSETT. It has a pretty broad beam, but I guess it's, you know, better than what was before on the scooters, which was like basically no usable light. But compare this to the Emotion V10, like, and this is like not a powerful light, the Emotion V10 light. And compare this to a Galway MSX light, which is like also not that powerful. Like, yeah, the difference is pretty enormous. So I guess you will still need to get some additional lighting on the VSETT 9 Plus to ride in the night. And just for funsies, let's also see how it stacks up against the Veteran Sherman light. So that's against the Veteran Sherman light. Like, not even visible. All right. Another thing with these lights is that they, you know, jump up and down a bit if the suspension just has some travel, or if the mudguard just shakes a bit. But with such a weak light, I guess it doesn't make any difference at all. So yeah, that about lights. Charge ports are on the top. Not really a fan of that. Should be on the side. There's no grip tape on top of the scooter. It's just like this rubber material, pretty similar to the Inakim scooters. The scooter is also IP4 rated, so should be fine traveling in rain, but like not IP54 or anything like above that. Rigidity looks pretty cool, the quality looks pretty good, and I think it's just like a commuter scooter which has a bit better parameters, a bit more speed, and has like much better comfort than scooters which have full tires, like not pneumatic tires with 8-inch tires, like for example the Wide Wheel Pro or the Dual Trin Mini, or other scooters with full tires. Like, I didn't try the Dual Trin Mini yet, but from experience with other scooters that have full tires, it's like not that great. So yeah, let's take it just for a small spin in the garage and see how it goes. So here we are in the garage. Sadly, something happened with the audio, so you're hearing a voiceover now. So right away you can also see that the cable is directly next to the kickstand. Really not a good, safe combination. But riding the VSETT 9 Plus is actually really comfortable, and even though it's limited to 25 kilometers an hour here, it's pretty zippy in the first 20 or so kilometers an hour, as you can see here as well. I really like the height of the handlebar. I like the position on it. I think it's really comfortable to stand on it, and the footrest in the rear does also help with that. The suspension also feels like it's doing its work. When it comes to hill climbing, like, I have just a 15-degree incline there, but it managed to go up there without any hesitation. So I'm just looking forward for further testing with the scooter. So if you're still here, leave a like on the video, subscribe to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next video. See you soon.